We're becoming true Asian moms.
That and older Asian moms is what we're becoming.
With issues.
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Teresa.
Thanks for the coffee.
You're very welcome.
Love this
a
pop and
Costco
bottle.
find.
It's pretty good.
And it has collagen, which, we talk about that a lot.
Okay, listen to this, listeners. Vanilla cold brew oat milk latte plus collagen in a cute little pink and black can.
Yes. Pop and bottle. Sponsor us.
Not sponsored, just super, I don't know. It's super cute. I like it.
Yeah. It fits our aesthetic, I think.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Yes.
You wrote Taiwan earthquake.
It feels like a while ago. It was eclipsed by the eclipse and the New York earthquake. But Taiwan had a pretty big earthquake.
Yeah.
And then I saw some news coverage saying how they were very prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
At a 7.4 magnitude or whatever, it could have been a lot worse.
Right.
There have been other places where there's a lot more casualties. And they were like, Taiwan has done a really good job of being prepared.
Good for them.
Yeah. And then I was just thinking back to when COVID started, Taiwan was also one of the countries that handled it the best. They didn't have all the deaths in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to control the spread until, I forget, Delta or Omicron came out, and then everything was bad. But it's so cool. Taiwan is a small but mighty country.
Yeah. A well-prepared one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it has to do with maybe the people's culture as well, and the way they listen and the way they value.
That's why I'm such a good listener.
Well, they value the community too, and so everyone helps one another out, which you would hope would happen during any disaster.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever I visit, I do feel like it's very, everyone helps strangers. They're super friendly. You can ask them and they're all of a sudden, it's like your grandma, helping you, even though it's a stranger.
Yeah, that's true. And I do feel like the young people there really help out the elderly there too. And I see that a lot when I'm with my grandparents. They're just so nice. They treat my grandparents the way that I would want, that I would treat my grandparents, which is really great.
Aw, I heart Taiwan.
Okay, Sephora sale.
Tell me what you bought or are buying.
Okay, so I really try to limit myself this time because I bought a lot of stuff in Taiwan that I don't think I can get through. And
you didn't ever give me a Taiwan haul.
Well, it's a lot of random no-name brands from the stores. So, but I'll
like Watson
or Cosmede.
I don't even know that.
So I bought the Dior foundation, which I really like. I told my mom I really liked it, and she gave me a BB cream in Taiwan from Dior too. That is double the price. Not available here, and is new in Taiwan or probably in Asia, which I thought was weird. But the foundation is much better to me because it has a lot more coverage. It gives me that no makeup look because my skin is so bad that even with full coverage, it looks like no makeup. And it's like the right blend for combination skin. I have oily and dry skin at the same time.
I do too.
Yeah, like an oily T-zone.
Yeah.
I also bought the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray.
Oh,
That's been really good because I find that when I wear
the makeup.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like, what happened to my makeup? Everything looks like shit.
Where did it go?
Yeah, I don't look like the way I did at 7 a.m. And that one really helps with when I put on eyeliner. It helps set that as well, so it doesn't smudge as much.
Cool.
Which I haven't put on in a while. What else did I buy?
Did you say you bought a lip liner?
Oh, I did. Yeah. So I've been buying a lot of lip stuff because I feel like it's easy to buy. And when you need to buy something, it's like an easy purchase. But I used to use lip liner quite a bit back in 2016.
I kind of remember that.
2018. Yeah.
Because I never really did.
Once I discovered it, I was like, this is amazing. It does.
It stays longer,
It really
right?
stays. It kind of defines your lips better. And it helps hold that color in a bit more. Once your sides start, I don't know, the color is reduced, then it feels a little bit more sloppy.
Yeah.
But with the lip liner, it holds it together. So I got a Rare Beauty one and I got a Tower 28 one.
Do you go into the store to try the colors?
No, I just buy and
How do you know
I hope for the best. Well, lip liner, I feel like you can kind of fudge it. You don't have to have an exact color. And it's kind of nice to have dimension.
Is it kind of like a neutral?
A little bit, yeah. It's like a pinkish neutral.
Are you wearing it right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
And I have a little bit of a darker one too.
Okay.
And you can mix and match them together.
I kind of want to get a lip liner too because TikTok, of course, has been influencing me. And the girls look like, I don't know, just more fancy. And some of them are doing weird things where they fill in this little Cupid's bow a little bit to change their lip shape. And I was like, that looks cute. Should I try that?
They're cheap too. They're like $15, and
I don't know
last
what
a long
color
time.
to do. I feel like I struggle a lot with lip colors because a lot of times when I try to be like exploratory, it looks like I'm like
A clown.
Yeah.
Me too. I feel the same way.
Oh, okay.
I think we just have to get used to it too. And I've been on a lot of Zoom calls. I'm like, why the fuck did I put this color on? And it was like really bringing out the color because my shirt was the same color. And the whole time I was so distracted by my lip color.
Please ignore my lips.
But you typically use like a light pinkish.
I do. I try to go for more sheer colors, I think, because I think my lips are pretty pigmented on their own. So it
They're
doesn't
nice and
always
rosy.
match like a color I put over it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I need a lip consult.
Yeah.
Do they do that?
Actually, I think they do.
Okay.
I think anyone at Sephora would be happy to answer your question.
Okay, I should go.
Like,
I should go and then send you a list. Okay. I know the sale's ending soon. But I don't know if I'm going to get the Dior thing. Although yesterday, even the sections I tried, it does give you a glow. Like I was like, oh,
I'm
I look
glowing.
more glowy than usual, even though I'm not sure this is my right shade.
What shades were you trying?
0 and 1. I think I'm a 1.
You're probably a 1.
Or a 2.
0
I didn't
feels
try
really,
2.
so
'cause
I'm
it
a
was
2.
empty. Like there was no 2 in this.
Because everyone's a 2.
Yeah.
I was really surprised to hear that our pale friend is a 2. Because I'm a 2.
Evelyn?
Yeah, her.
Oh. Then should I be a 2? Because she's paler than me.
She is paler than you.
Maybe I should. Well, I couldn't try
You're
the
probably
2.
in between because when I had a color match, I was in between. And so she gave me samples of both. Maybe you should get a sample.
I should. I will go back and get a sample.
That is on your to-do list for today.
Okay.
Did I buy anything else?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll
You should
keep
make a
posted.
TikTok about all your Taiwan stuff, though, because I want to
Okay.
see.
I wanna
Even if
see-
it's just for me.
Okay, I wrote down in breaking news, walk down memory lane, Polk Street in San Francisco.
Aw.
So Steven and
From our
I
20s.
had a date night and we walked down. It was a Saru handroll bar, really good, in Russian Hill. It was funny because we're like, oh, we're like the only Asian people in here besides the workers. Doesn't mean it's not good. It's just like the neighborhood.
crowd, yeah.
And people were loving it. I felt really grateful to get a seat. And afterwards, we walked along Polk Street, and Steven has a lot of memories there as well from, not with me.
Oh, yeah. Separate.
Yeah, separate memories at different points in our lives.
But we would
like,
probably bump into him time and time again or whatever.
yeah, here and there. I don't know, probably didn't even notice him. Just another
Because
guy
I
on the
remember,
street.
like, before you guys were dating, I definitely knew him and knew of him. We just didn't hang out with him.
Yeah, we didn't, like, we just saw him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so nice though, Emily, and it reminded me of
wasn't
so many
gross?
of our memories of, well, we were on the nice side of Polk Street, and then we
okay.
passed like Nick's Crispy Tacos, and then on the other side there was like a bit of a dead zone, and then it was like our grosser part of Polk Street. I mean, up and coming, gentrifying or something.
Authentic.
But highly recommend you do that.
Walking down Polk Street.
Well,
I used to go more often because my brother used to live on Polk Street, remember?
oh yeah.
But now he moved, so I don't go back ever.
Yeah.
But we used to go because when I'd go to his place, I would see him, I'd be like, that's my old place. Or like, I used to get pizza there.
Yeah. And I remember this little boutique called Picnic that you used to go
is
to.
it still there?
It's still there. I think
Oh,
they've
yay.
expanded actually.
Yeah, they have 2 storefronts.
Oh, one of them is gone then. Maybe they downsized
maybe
that.
during the pandemic.
Yeah. And it's, for listeners that don't know, it's like a street that is it cute? I don't know. But they have a lot of boutiques, restaurants, coffee shops, and dive bars at
Yes.
nighttime. So I thought that was lovely and I
Yes.
wanted to share.
That was
because
just a few blocks from our old apartment. So we'd go a lot.
it was great. And then when we got back home, I was like, what happened? It's like none of this wonderful memories ever happened because our kids were screaming.
Back to reality.
Yeah, back to reality real quick.
Okay, I put the next one because I think I told you before we started recording, my brain has just been so scattered this week. And I think I'm just trying to do too many small things. And I'm also a little bit not getting great sleep. Like Charlie's been waking up in the middle of the night. And I was like, okay, for Tuesday lunch for the girls, we're going to do rice and meatballs and veggies and fruit. And I was going to just warm up the meatballs in the morning. Totally forgot. So they just had rice for their Tuesday lunch. Like plain white rice.
Fruit.
A little fruit and a little bit of vegetables. But when I saw the notification, I was like, oh my gosh.
Wait, what
I
was the notification?
In my app, like they say when they eat.
Oh.
And it was like, Cassie ate all the rice and vegetables. I was like, what?
Still hungry.
But I felt so bad.
That's okay. I bet you they ate it for dinner, right?
I just fed them a pretty big dinner to make sure like they weren't hungry. I mean, other kids like only eat rice like if they refuse other stuff. But I just felt so bad because it completely slipped my mind. Just rice.
It happens. I put total solar eclipse on here because that was big news.
It was.
But did you hear all the conspiracy theories around it?
No.
They were so random.
There's conspiracy theories.
Apparently it's turning all political as well. And I just think it's funny. Well, Paige was talking about it on Giggly Squad where
she refused to look at it, right?
Because like the Native Americans said that's when the sun needs its private time or something. Yeah. And who are we
well,
to
there was a privacy screen. So.
But there are other things like it was going to cause a plague that was going to harm pregnancies.
Oh my gosh.
People have these crazy... Oh, one of them that I really liked was like, it's a con to buy expensive glasses.
That one's true. I can't believe people were spending so much on them.
I didn't realize. I thought they were getting them for free from the library.
I think I told you guys I went to the library the morning of the eclipse. And we didn't even have a total solar eclipse. Like ours was...
partial.
Yeah. But I went right at 10 a.m. when they opened, and within like a minute, they were all gone. And I did not get one. But I think they had them for like a month, and all these people like me were just like, oh,
we'll just wait.
Yeah.
Another good one was cell phone outage, just because there's so many people gathered in one area, and they're all using their phones at the same time, that people are like, oh my God. The atmosphere, like the world, it does have like an end of world feeling to it, I can imagine. Like imagine
all of a sudden it's dark.
Yeah,
right?
like being a caveman and all of a sudden it's dark. And
you're like, oh, this is it, guys.
And also because the National Guard was helping to deal with crowd control because of so many people
like
in these areas.
Movie.
Yeah, it felt really... I don't know. I guess it felt really
Other
odd.
people did. I saw, maybe you saw the same news coverage, but like some people got married during it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like so they planned it so they had their wedding ceremony during those like 4 minutes or whatever of totality. And there was another couple that was like their first date was during a solar eclipse and then they're getting married during this one.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
The next total one isn't until 2044.
Yeah.
So
that's a long time. We're going to be old.
Maybe we'll plan our next
I kind of had FOMO.
Then.
Like, I know we had mini FOMO of the Trader Joe's mini tote. I had way more FOMO here. Although it's like a lot more effort to go. Since we don't live in an area that just happens to have it. But I was like, maybe we should have gone to like Texas.
Did you have FOMO before you saw it? Like, did you have FOMO days before?
I had FOMO when I saw the coverage of the like total.
Me too.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Me too. I had total FOMO too because, you know, middle of the day, we're not doing anything. We're watching the news.
You and I should have just like hopped on a flight.
Because I also watched the Dallas coverage news and people were screaming. They were so excited. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this really is, for a lot of people, kind of a once in a lifetime chance. And people were driving like 9 hours or something, or more than that, probably.
I remember like in, when was it, 2017, when it happened too, I heard about people driving really far. I was like, why would they do that?
I thought the exact same thing. And now I'm like, should I have driven?
But I guess I didn't see the coverage that time because I wasn't thinking, oh, we should do it next time.
We didn't plan. All right, we have 20 years to plan.
Yes. Let's book the hotel now. I heard the prices are insane.
Let's buy our solar eclipse glasses now.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, we got them last time from our library in LA, and I was like, where are they? But I have no idea, of course.
All right, pop culture. I put Travis Kelce on here. I feel like we haven't heard about Travis and Taylor lately.
No, we haven't. What are they doing?
Well, they went to the Bahamas on vacation, and people are like, oh, this is going to make it or break it for them because both of them are not busy right now. Now you just have to like hang out with each other and do nothing in your $15,000 a night hotel room.
Oh my gosh, do those exist?
I think that's actually how much it costs.
Wow.
Someone said that. But that's not my news story here.
Okay.
My news story is, Jason Kelce announced his retirement.
Right.
Our friend, sorry to bring you up again, Evelyn.
Our loyal listener.
She was feeding me fake news. She was like, did you
Why am
hear
I
that
not
Travis?
super surprised.
She's like, did you hear that Travis Kelce is retiring? I was like, what? No. I was like, he literally just won the Super Bowl. And
He's in the peak of his career.
And she was so adamant, but she was driving and I Googled it and I was like, I think you're getting it mixed up with his brother. And I was like, nothing is coming up. She Googled it real quick at a stoplight and she's like, this is literally the first like article that came up, Teresa, look. And it had nothing to do with that. He's like hosting a game show or something. And just curious listeners, do you have a friend that feeds you fake news?
Or is it us, this podcast, when we have apologies and corrections?
No, just how like funny it was because she really believed it. Even though she read a headline, she really believed it. And she kept trying to convince me. I was like, I don't think so.
It's hard though, especially, you know, with all the fake news out there.
Yeah, the real fake
AI
news.
and stuff. It's hard to keep track.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
See how I defended you, Evelyn?
Okay, I also put the next thing on here.
Okay.
Jen, did you hear being the first Asian bachelorette?
I think I did. What's going on there?
So Bachelor Nation is very white, I think, historically.
Okay.
I think that is like
Sounds
their
about
demo.
right.
Yeah. But Jen, she made it to the top 5. I think I don't even watch The Bachelor. I just read about it. But Jen made it to the top 5 for the latest season of The Bachelor. And I think there were a lot of women that really like made an impression, had a lot of screen time. And people really wanted these 2 other girls to be the Bachelorette. And neither of them.
Is that what
made
usually
it.
happens? They take one of the contestants?
I think so.
and then-
Usually it's
cool.
like maybe like the top 2 or something, or someone that has like a fun personality. I don't know. I don't
because
watch
like
it.
they know the audience loves them,
Yeah,
so
and they would
then-
want to follow them along on their journey and their love story. So it's kind of like a continuation, which is pretty smart. But Jen, I think she had some screen time, but not as much as the other women. And people are hating on her like crazy.
Aw.
I am so excited to watch though, because I don't care about the haters. I am going to watch.
Why are they hating on her?
Well, I think one, they feel like it's not deserved. She's a diversity hire. Like, I bet you it did make a difference that she was Asian because
they wanted to like
they want to expand
be
their user
different.
base.
Yeah.
But also, I think she's very well spoken and very good representation for the Asian community.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I think
Not a weird Asian.
based off the TikTok that I watched.
Well, yes. Kudos to having an Asian anything.
Yeah.
Because, okay, yesterday I was telling Victor, this is not related to The Bachelor, but there are some really bad shows on Netflix. Like, I tried to give Girls 5 Eva a try. Have you seen that one?
I've seen so many ads for it.
It's so bad. Like, I watched the first episode. It's so bad. And I was like, how is this on season 3 and they won't renew the brother's son? Okay. Okay.
Wait, is it a show or is it
It's
a documentary?
Netflix series. It's a
Oh,
series.
I thought it was a documentary.
It's like Sarah Bareilles. I didn't know she was an actress.
Oh,
and
me neither. Is she a mom?
She's no, she's a singer.
I know, but is she playing a mom? She's old.
So
isn't she?
basically, it's playing this girl group from like the 90s, and then they're all old now.
Oh, I see.
And they were called Girls 5 Eva because there was 5 of them. But then Ashley Park was one of the originals. But then they play that she died. So she's not in the later, like she's only in the very, very beginning to show she was like part of the group.
Spoiler
and I'm like,
alert, Emily.
sorry about that.
No one's going to watch
Big
it.
deal. It's really bad. And also Virgin River, which I know some people like. It's really bad too. And it's on like season 5 or 6. I'm like, you guys are renewing this quality of
Tell 'em, Emily.
entertainment? I got really upset.
I know, you are upset. I know. Instead of a section on what shows we like, we should do all the shows we hate. Save your time, people.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. Tell me about the Selling Sunset drama.
Hopefully this isn't fake news because I didn't dig into it, but I just got served something on Instagram or Facebook that Chelsea is now separated or divorced from her husband. And he made
the
claims.
British one.
Yeah, the British one. And her husband claimed that she was like violent to him.
Whoa.
And remember Christine had like the violence
which
thing too.
is
So I
like
was just like, very interesting. And then I was like, are these real or are they trying to drum up like
Drama
interest
for the show.
to come back?
Wait, are they actually getting a divorce?
Who?
Chelsea.
Yeah. Or that one article headline I saw said so.
Huh.
So-
Interesting.
And it's interesting because like on the show, they were portrayed as like really loving each other and
Right.
like they've been together since before she was like all fake, you know?
They seem like a very solid couple
And they have
from the
kids.
show. Yeah, young kids too, from what I remember.
Yeah.
She seemed very like grounded. I mean,
Did
not
she?
that. Well,
That's not the impression I got.
I feel like
I'm like under the earth then.
my baseline is all over the place because I watch too much
Yeah,
reality
that's
TV.
true.
So there are way more ridiculous people out there. Her outfits are not very grounded.
No, her boobs are not grounded either. Okay, last thing in this section, I guess Sex and the City, the original, is now on Netflix. And there were some TikToks about how some Gen Z is experiencing it for the first time. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, this makes me feel so old because it's like when I used to watch the black and white shows on Nick at Night, and that was like my first viewing of it. This is their first viewing of shows that like we grew up watching.
Oh man. Reality. Interesting. What are they saying about it? Do they like it?
I think like
Are they like, what's a flip phone?
that's true. What are these artifacts? I think they were saying some of it is definitely outdated, you know, because like I'm sure they made comments that were not acceptable today. But even Friends, which we love, they made a lot of sexist jokes, some gay jokes. Like if you go back and watch, you're like, oh, they would have been canceled today if they said that, you know? It was just like people weren't as aware or sensitive to those types of things.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, I kind of want to watch it. I didn't realize it was
Now
on
you can.
Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, on to Parenthood, family, and you added a health section.
Yeah, I thought we could expand this section to also cover random health stuff because I feel like we do talk about it here and there. So we went on a Monterey trip last weekend, and it was actually really good. Like, I didn't get mad at all. I didn't stress, and we went with another family. They have similar age kids.
You did?
Well, it wasn't planned, but they just happened to also be going. So we saw them a few times.
So you just didn't invite me?
No,
just
it was Charlie's school friend. Happened to be her like best friend from school. So that was really nice. She was so excited. But they were like really, really exhausted from the trip. And I don't know if it's just because in comparison to Arnold, where me and Victor were super exhausted, this trip was like not as exhausting.
Easy breezy.
Not easy breezy, but like
Easier.
Yeah, easier. And like we were tired, but not like, oh my gosh, I need a break. Like, remember how we went to Rosewood right after Arnold? That was so needed for me. This time I was like, oh, I'm okay.
You're building up your stamina.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to tell you, there was like this juicer we stayed at the Hyatt in Monterey, and there was a juicer for the breakfast buffet. That was the highlight. Like the breakfast buffet was not that good. But I was like, oh, cool. I've never like done this before. So you just like,
you
like
juice it
fruits and
yourself?
vegetable. You choose whatever you want and you put it in and it like comes out in the cup. And I just felt so healthy. And then I was like, is juicing still a thing?
I think so. I don't know. Not as much as it was before.
Yeah, like
people aren't
I
doing
did juice cleanses.
Yeah.
I Googled it really quickly and they're like, juicing is not that good because it removes all the fiber. And also you might get a lot of sugar for like the amount of stuff you're drinking because you're like taking out all of the fiber and those parts. But this is probably TMI. I had like a really good poop the next morning.
It's what
and
you
I was
need.
like, is this the juicer? Like,
what did you put in the juice?
Well, I don't like celery, but that was like one of the things people put in. I put kale, carrot.
Wow, Hyatt had kale?
Yeah. And I put some melons because I'm allergic to apples. But for the girls, I didn't put the kale. I just put apple, carrot, pineapple, and melon.
Does it strip away all the fiber or just the majority?
I think so.
All of it?
Because there's all this like other stuff that you have to clean. But then I got on this whole kick. Like I started Googling or like looking them up to buy them. And if I had a bigger kitchen, I think I would get one.
I like the idea of juicing
it
because
feels like so refreshing, right? So we do smoothies like once or twice a week. It's just not as good. It's not as like smooth to drink, you know? Because it's like thick.
Because all the stuff is still in there.
Yeah,
it's
but you're getting the fiber.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe one day in the future when I have a different kitchen.
Okay, good to know. Is juicing still a thing? How much are juicers now?
you can actually get, I don't know if the quality, but on Amazon, you can get them for like $100, $150. The one that the waiter at the Hyatt recommended was like 500 something.
Wait, he recommended
because
a juicer
I don't know why he was talking to Victor about it. He was like, yeah, I have one and it's so good that like people want to buy it from me. He was kind of like eccentric. Yes.
Okay, tell me about lymphatic drainage. Oh, just kidding. You put that for next week.
I'll tell you next week, but I basically got served something on Instagram. It's like, join my free lymphatic drainage challenge this month. So I joined like a Facebook group and I'll keep you guys posted. But it was saying like, oh, do you feel like you have like inflammation?
Yes.
For people who've gotten their tonsils or adenoids removed. And I only know about adenoids because of Charlie. Like the allergy doctor was like, you might want to have her adenoids checked. But I guess it's part of our like lymph system or whatever. Then you could have like issues with your body. There was like a whole list of things like, if you have any of these, which was like a very extensive list, you could have like a lymphatic issue. So then I was like, well, might as well try it and see.
I like this new health section. I'm learning a lot.
Because we're becoming true Asian moms.
That and older Asian moms is what we're becoming.
With issues.
Okay, then let's move on to random then.
Yes.
I put DanGPT. This is quite outdated. But
what is it? I've been wondering for 3 weeks.
Okay, only 2 weeks. Come on. So these girls are using AI, basically ChatGPT, and they have formulated a boyfriend named DanGPT.
What?
And he's empathetic. He is an active listener. He infuses a little bit of sense of humor in there. Everyone's DanGPT is a little bit different because what you want from a boyfriend is different.
Whoa.
But is this
like a paid service?
It's not a paid service. They're just using ChatGPT with like, but people have put like starting prompts on how to create your perfect boyfriend, basically.
Interesting.
And one girl was like, I just spent 10 hours talking to my fake boyfriend, and that's when I realized I needed to get off. Because I think she had
sucked in.
She gets sucked in. I think it's fun to see. And
it's
also,
like Black Mirror.
Yeah. Wasn't there an episode where you had an artificial partner or something?
I forget, but it sounds very similar.
Yeah.
There was something
I think it started off as a joke and then became a bit more addicting. And I think it's still a little bit of a joke. Like no one really thinks that's their boyfriend. Yeah. But it's, wow, the power of AI.
So scary.
But hey, if it gives you somebody that like listens to you and you feel better.
Yeah. It's like
use it
therapy,
for good.
Right?
Yeah. Free therapy.
Free therapy. Okay. You know guided access on iPhone? So guided access is like if your kid is using your phone, you can turn it on and they can't like leave the app or whatever. So it's something you can turn on, I think with like, you set it in settings, but I think mine is like you triple click the side button or something. And then it's like guided access and then it turns it on. But one time I turned it on and then it was like, what is your passcode to exit? And I could not remember. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck here forever. But eventually I realized that I had set it so you could get out of it with your face. But you have to like click again, but I didn't know. So I ended up, I think, like shutting down my phone to get out of it or something.
That's a good pro tip though. Guided access. I had no idea. Do they have that on iPads?
Probably.
Okay.
But the reason I found out about it so soon was because Victor was like trying to develop an app that kind of does that. And then I was like, oh,
it exists.
Came out with it.
Wait, Victor is an app developer?
No. He was like trying to work on it with our brother-in-law. But yeah, nothing came of it.
It was a good idea. So good that somebody else
did it faster.
Yeah. Last thing I want to share with you is this Trader Joe's smoked mussels recipe. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's quite viral on TikTok.
Oh, does Trader Joe's have mussels?
They have mussels. Okay.
Is it canned or something?
It's canned. Yeah. So you'll find it in the tuna section. I feel like it was viral over a month ago.
Oh.
And I was like, that's not something I'll ever eat. Yesterday I bought it. I saw this girl. She's like, I think there's a couple different recipes, but they always include the smoked mussels in a tin can where you like pull it back. It's drenched in olive oil.
Okay.
It smells pretty good. It smells pretty fresh. But you put it on rice crackers or a loaf of bread. Some people spread it with butter and garlic and add some hot sauce on top or a little bit of lemon and citrus. I straight up just bought rice crackers and put mussels on it and a little bit of hot sauce. It was delicious.
Really?
It's so strange. I would never think to buy. It's called
What does it taste like? Like pate or something?
It's just, it tastes like mussels, but the olive oil also makes it taste a little bit buttery. It's very smooth. You have to like seafood. Like you can't go in hating mussels.
I don't hate mussels, but I very rarely order them, I would say.
And it's not a chopino or anything, but I was like, oh, am I getting good amount of protein?
I feel like I should get it for my dad, though. He loves like oysters and mussels and stuff like that.
So I couldn't remember if the recipe called for mussels or oysters. They were right next to each other. So I bought both.
Okay.
So I'll let you know how the oysters are too.
Okay.
But the mussels really are truly very good. And like with the rice crackers like you buy from Trader Joe's, it's like lightly salted. I thought it was delicious. I was also hungry, but I thought it was really delicious.
I should go get it like today and try it.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing on your to-do list.
I've been going to a grocery store
every day
this week. On Monday, I went to Ranch 99 and Marina Foods.
Why? They're both Asian stores.
Because, I went to Marina first because I was trying to kill time before a buy nothing pickup. And then I didn't like their meat selection. It was like really gross looking. So I went to Ranch 99.
Makes sense.
And then Tuesday, I went to Trader Joe's. And then yesterday, I went to Costco. But I forgot to buy eggs. So I had to go to Trader Joe's again just to buy eggs. And then today, if I go to Trader Joe's again, it's ridiculous.
And you have to go to Sephora too, I guess.
I'm too busy.
Yeah, you're busy. You're a busy, busy woman with your bad shows. You don't have time for bad shows.
I do not. I started Expats.
Oh.
But I'm kind of scared to keep watching.
I know.
I'll ask you after because I just want to know.
I went to Target because you were talking about.
Did you get a Bluey sweatshirt?
They didn't have any. I think, I'm moving to the burbs over the summer, and I think I'm going to be really excited for the Targets in the burbs.
Do you want me to get you one if I go to Target?
Okay. If you see one, let me know. I was actually looking for Bluey clothes for my kids too.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have anything. Like the whole kids section, I guess it's big for the city, but it's just not big.
Yeah.
Or there just wasn't anything there besides PJs, and I don't need more PJs in my life. But you kept telling me how there was like great stuff.
There was so much.
I was
so
like
many
looking down every aisle for good stuff because we're going to Hawaii tomorrow, and I don't have any things to keep my kids occupied.
Uh-oh. Screens. You have screens.
Yeah, I have iPads.
And snacks.
Yes. Okay, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Bye.